Alright, everybody. Wenn ich sag WX, sagt ihr WX! Wenn ich sag Fight for, sagt ihr ever Fight for! Fight for! Wenn ich sag auf die, sagt ihr Fresse auf die! Auf die! Herzlich willkommen in der Turbinenhalle, herzlich willkommen to Back to the Roots und natürlich herzlich willkommen an euch zu Hause bei YouTube. Wir starten sofort in den Abend mit unserem Fight Forever Match. One-on-one, festgelegt für einen Fall. Er repräsentiert CSI und wird begleitet von seinem Tag-Team-Partner Luca De Leone. Körpergröße 1,75 Meter, 80 Kilogramm Kampfgewicht. Aus Bella Italia, Sizilien, Nordino!
Back to the Roots is the name of the game here tonight out of the Turbinenhalle in Oberhausen. A night where wXw not only goes back to its roots, but in the most vicious way possible. The Käfigschlacht is up tonight, and the loser will leave town. It will be for the Shotgun Championship as Dennis Cash Dolnik faces off against Hector Invictus. We begin the night with another, let's say, infernal interaction. Collegamento Siciliano Infernale. As you can tell, I only speak one language and I don't even speak that one that well. CSI in action. We saw these two young men in Bielefeld
und sein Gegner.
Definitely a lot of hot air when Nordino and Luca De Leone take the stage.
Dieser Fighter betritt die Bühne mit einer Körpergröße von 1,79 Meter und er bringt 92 Kilogramm auf die Waage. Aus Bremen, Deutschland. Er ist der King of Smokestyle, Bobby Guns.
And meanwhile, it's nothing but substance when the King of Smokestyle enters his kingdom. A man who we will be seeing in 2 months' time, in March. At 16 karat gold, he managed to book his ticket by toppling a 16 karat gold winner in Shigehiro Irie. And a grand opportunity awaits him, potentially, to finally gain the one accolade that has been missing in his trophy case. And Back to the Roots will be the venue for a bit of history with wXw. Added history, as you see, Fight Forever here online on the wXw YouTube channel on wXw Now for free. Later on, if you want to catch the rest of Back to the Roots once Fight Forever ends, you can catch it not only on wXw Now, but also for the very first time ever on IWTV. And clearly one man here is scared of history. More so maybe scared of a historic competitor in Bobby Guns. That's Nordino. Well, it looks like Nordino is using Bobby Guns' towel to clean off some of that Italian cuisine they keep talking about. Well, looks like a lot of courage now all of a sudden from Nordino. You notice very quickly, oh, there we go. A little bit of comeback. Comeuppance. Well, Bobby Guns needs to make sure he's clean too. What better rag could he have found? You shouldn't dish it. Dish it out if you can't take it. And one person that's definitely dishing it out now is Nordino. Bobby Guns taking a bit of damage very early on, but you see there, those reactions from Bobby Guns. His facial expressions tell the story of a man that is slowly working himself up to gear. Nordino show a lot of confidence, but it looks like that second strike has definitely had an effect with Guns. Now Nordino sent into the ropes. He goes back. Bobby Guns. This is the King of Smoke style we're more used to. Nordino about to find out. It looks like Guns needs a bit of a smoke after that action. Luca De Leone looking quite troubled and quite perturbed for his good buddy. This worry's only getting worse. My goodness, what a top wrist lock takedown there from Guns. And that's what Guns is really dangerous with. Manipulating those joints. Nordino screaming in pain. And that's an Italian delight if I've ever seen one. Talk about delights. Live with English commentary tonight, not only on wXw Now, but as I mentioned, historic IWTV, independentwrestling.tv. There's another place you can now find wXw live and in living color as the action happens. Don't miss out. Back to the Roots is going to be one hell of a show. Käfigschlacht between Hector Invictus and Dennis Kastolnik for the Shotgun Championship. wXw's most dangerous match, and by all means, most importantly, the loser will have to leave wXw, and of course the Unified World Wrestling Championship will be defended. Peter Tihanyi, the champion, against the challenger, Aaliyah Bloom, looking for his gratification as now the cover comes in and a kick out from Nordino. You have to think for Aaliyah Bloom later on tonight, it will be potentially the final opportunity he gets for that gratification. Will he be able to grip that Unified World Wrestling Championship away from the terrible mitts of Peter Tihanyi? One person who's having a terrible time right now is Nordino. Nordino, counters there, sends Guns into the corner, coming right back. What an enziguri. Cover to get the win for Italy, and a kick out by Guns. Oh, look, I haven't taken Nordino or CSI all too seriously as of yet, but you see with that enziguri, the incredible athleticism. Only wish these two young men were as talented as their mouth ran off. Maybe, in that case, Nordino would be giving Bobby Guns a bit more of a run for his money. What a shotgun drop kick. Oh, there's that penalty kick. Good night. Bobby Guns on top.
Sieger durch Pinfall, der King of Smoke Style, Bobby Guns.
Well, I'm sure there's some nice Italian cuisine waiting for Nordino for consolation. Bobby Guns continues his hot streak as he paces forwards towards March, towards Europe's biggest wrestling festival in 16-karat gold. And maybe then, the King of Smoke Style will add the final bit of gold and silverware to his kingdom. Bobby Guns, will he become a 16-karat gold winner in March? Victorious here in Oberhausen, here at Back to the Roots and Fight Forever, he definitely is.
Ist der Sieger in unserem Fight Forever Match, Bobby Guns.
Meine Lieben, so wXw Live-Production-Tage sind natürlich immer richtig vollgepackt mit sämtlichen Terminen, mit Fotoshootings, mit Autogramm-Sessions, alles Mögliche. Und daher freue ich mich natürlich ganz besonders, dass sie sich noch Zeit für ein Interview genommen hat. Jane Nero, die Abrissbirne aus Ostdeutschland. Und lass uns ganz kurz über dein Match von letzter Woche in Bielefeld sprechen.
Bielefeld, ja, das ist ein guter Punkt.
Du warst...
Ella Envy kam extra aus Amerika nach Deutschland zur wXw geflogen, um mit mir in den Ring zu steigen.
Ihr hattet ein Three-Way-Dance in Bielefeld.
Ja. Hast du gesehen, was dann Backstage passiert ist? Ich bin nochmal zu den Mädels gegangen, ich wollte mit denen darüber reden, was da passiert ist. Aber manchmal habe ich das Gefühl, bei denen ist Nein zu und Naus zu auch zu. Die verstehen nicht, was ich denen sagen will.
Ist voll okay, aber apropos drüber reden. Ich wollte mit dir über was
heute,
reden und...
Über heute, habt ihr das gesehen? Die Mace rennt einfach ins Office und nimmt mir mein Match weg. Heute hätte ich hier in den Ring steigen sollen gegen Ella Envy. 1 gegen 1.
Jetzt hör mir mal ganz
Nee, Dan,
kurz...
Schluss jetzt. Im Gegensatz zu dir habe ich hier Wichtiges zu tun, okay?
Aber ich wollte dir doch nur... Ich wollte dir eigentlich nur sagen, was heute Sache ist, aber... Ja, dann halt nicht.
Jay Nero, eine absolute Frohnatur, wie wir sehen. Ich wollte ihr eigentlich nur sagen, dass ihr Abend signifikant anders läuft als gedacht, aber dazu kommen wir später. Leute, habt ihr Lust auf das zweite Fight Forever Match? Ja, ihr wisst doch, wie das ist. Wenn ich was frage, will ich eine vernünftige Antwort. Das war jetzt so mit halbem Arsch. Habt ihr Bock auf das zweite Fight Forever Match? Dieses Match ist ein Tag Team Match und festgelegt auf einen Fall. Oberhausen-Turbinenhalle, ich präsentiere das erste Team mit einem Gesamtgewicht von 185 Kilogramm. Aus Wuppertal, Alexander Bellamy. Sein Tag-Team-Partner aus Hanau, Deutschland, Alex Duke. They are 10 out of 10. They are next level.
Bellamy and Duke, 10 out of 10, next level. Coming into the Turbinenhalle in Oberhausen, but you have to think, for them, there must be quite a bit of disappointment from their defeat last week in Bielefeld at We Love Wrestling 72 against the World Tag Team Champions, The Grind. However, you have to say 10 minutes, and they took The Grind much further than you'd imagine, especially considering how short a time Bellamy's been around. And
ich rufe das gegnerische Team für dieses Fight Forever Match in den Ring.
Who comes freshly off of injury.
Gesamtgewicht 265 Kilogramm. Aus Hechingen, Deutschland, Mark Empire. Sein Tag-Team-Partner aus Wien in Österreich. Er ist die Avalanche, Robert Dreisker. Zusammen sind sie Planet Gojira!
And 10 out of 10 have a different, let's say, planet of a task ahead of them, and namely the planet Gojira. Robert Dreisker, the Avalanche, and his partner, Mark Empire, the former World Tag Team Champions, who were defeated by The Grind at 25th anniversary. As I talked about The Grind quite a few times here tonight, we will also see The Grind defending the World Tag Team Championship against the team that beat them in the finals of the World Tag Team Tournament at Pro Wrestling Grand Prix, the Greedy Souls. Just chopped and shocked, full of unbelievable action is tonight. Talking about action, Alex Duke, who starts the match for 10 out of 10 next level, will be in action with an opportunity to qualify into 16 karat gold, facing off against Mudo, Johnny Rancid, and Dieter Schwartz. And whoever comes up victorious in that little tournament between those four men will get an opportunity at 16 karat gold. Duke must surely have his eyes firmly on that. And his eyes might be a little crossed right now after that bionic action from Robert Dreisker. Dreisker now with the Avalanche in the corner. Out of the way goes Duke, and Dreisker explodes into that turnbuckle. Neck breaker from Bellamy. And now Bellamy bringing the boot to Robert Dreisker. Taking a minute to high stand there in front of the crowd, but got to keep your eyes on somebody like Dreisker, or else exactly that happens. Tag now onto Empire. Planet Gojira now going to work over Bellamy. Look at those expressions of both pain and sadness in the eyes of Bellamy. Planet Gojira send those expressions far, far away with that hip toss. A cover. Empire, as a kick out comes in from Bellamy. As I mentioned, back to the roots, the World Tag Team Championship, the Shotgun title, and the Unified World Wrestling Championship will all be on the line tonight. History will be made. Catch it with English commentary on wXw Now, or for the first time ever on IWTV, live as it happens. What a chop there from Empire as he frees himself from Bellamy. Again, hooks the leg, Empire. Bellamy manages to stay alive. Clearly, he needs a tag onto Duke. I mean, so far, Planet Gojira have utterly dominated, and you have to think they must be frustrated and angry after their last interaction with the grind and the wXw shotgun flog after Bielefeld. Bellamy goes chest first onto both knees. Uh-oh. Battering ram. That's a real tough head for Mark Empire. Living up to their namesake, Planet Gojira are terrorizing 10 out of 10, and namely, Bellamy. It's like Duke trying to come in and help his partner. Very quickly taken out of the picture by Robert Dreisker. And again, Duke still trying, still taken away. Bellamy in deep trouble, as you see there. Referee Reiner Ringer trying to get control of things. Duke, persistence will usually get you a bit of a prize, but I think that's not the prize that Duke is looking for. Dreisker has to look out, though. Bellamy's ready. Dreisker! You saw that for a moment. Dreisker realized what was happening, but a little too late as Bellamy took him down. Ten out of 10. Look at that, Duke taking out Mark Empire. Very intelligent. That shows Duke's pedigree, whether you want to admit it or not. A former World Tag Team Champion. Thunderous impact into the cover, and a shoulder up from Dreisker. Especially for 10 out of 10. They've had some success, but not very consistent success. They're going to want to stamp themselves. Bellamy getting into a shouting contest with the crowd, but he needs to keep his eyes on his own partner. Looks like that might have galvanized Robert Dreisker, to the dismay of Alex Duke. Spinebuster planted him. Tag onto Bellamy, and at the same time tag onto Empire. Uh-oh, Bellamy just realized that bit of hesitation, taking him down. Bellamy trying to attack Empire, trying to somehow keep him on the back foot. Empire's strength clearly on display. Bellamy, his woes getting worse and worse as he flies across. My God, what do you do when a missile that big just flies towards you? Talk about missiles. Here comes the torpedo now. Sent up to Dreisker. Bellamy. Oh, here comes Duke trying to, again, help his partner. 10 out of 10 have been struggling, but maybe this is their way to greener pastures. Bellamy and Duke setting up Dreisker. Dreisker manages to throw Bellamy away. Back elbow. Hold on. Dreisker flattens Duke. Bellamy going again for that neck breaker. One too many times, gone to the well. Death Valley driver And looks like this is pure death for 10 out of 10's chances. Empire with a planetary splash for the win.
Sie sind die Sieger in unserem Fight Forever Match. Robert Dreisker, Mark Empire, Planet Gojira!
And not taking time to enjoy or celebrate Planet Gojira, right? Oh, they're gone. They're just gone.
Hello wXw fans, this is former British wrestler Doug Williams here. It's been brought to my attention that on the 24th of January at the Turbinenhalle in Oberhausen, the Unified World Wrestling Championship will be decided in a pure rules match between Peter Tiani and Ilya Bloom. As many of you know, I was the second ever Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Champion, and as such, this type of match has a special place in my heart. It requires a great skill, solid strategy and an unwavering game plan in order to succeed. So I wish both competitors the very best of luck. If you're not sure about the rules of a pure wrestling match, here they are now. Number 1, only 3 rope breaks are allowed. Once a wrestler has used up all his rope breaks, pinfalls or submissions in the ropes still count. Number 2, no closed fist punches to the head. If a wrestler throws one closed fist punch to the head, he will get a warning by the referee. If a second one occurs, he will be disqualified. Closed fist punches to the body are still allowed though. Number 3, title changes can occur on disqualification or count out. Number 4, no outside interference will be allowed. Any wrestler that interferes in the match will be immediately banned from the roster. And number 5, if a time limit draw occurs, the result of the match will be decided between 3 judges. Which brings me to my next point. I've been invited to be one of the 3 judges to take part in the title match on the 24th of January. I'm very excited about that, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you.
The wXw Hall of Famer Doug Williams is here tonight to act as one of the 3 judges for this match right here. wXw Unified World Wrestling Championship defended in pure rules as Ilya Bloom chases after his final gratification. Peter Tiani has put this match in place to make sure that Bloom's emotion, his biggest weapon, becomes his biggest weakness. But at the same time, the wXw World Tag Team Championship will be defended in a rematch from the finals of World Tag Team Tournament. The Grind, now champions, will look to defend against 2 of the meanest men in Europe, the Greedy Souls, who are on the path, the war path, to regain the gold. Not only that, but in fact, on this night, we will see the Käfigschlacht, wXw's most brutal match, its most dangerous match, a match that has shortened careers. But not only that, it will be for the wXw Shotgun Championship, and the loser must leave wXw. 2 men who were once brothers, former tag team champions, former winners of World Tag Team Festival, Hector Invictus and Dennis Kashdulnik, will face each other in the ultimate war. Do not miss it. You can catch wXw Back to the Roots, a historic night, not only on wXw Now, but for the first time ever on IWTV, a night that will be riddled in history, a night you cannot miss.